Okay, for blue's actions, they're going to do education and ransack this. They can also actually do espionage, which allows them to steal these cards people are holding that they can't play. But they want to take something they know what it does. And this card looks good to them. What they're going to do with it is, first of all, they get an Elder. They can actually hold 4 because they have 1, 2, 3 Metropolises. Pretty potent, actually. But they also are going to expend one of those Elders in order to try to get this tin. And they need a 5 or a 6 to get it. Let's see if they can. They cannot. They get a 1. They don't have that much energy or weaponry. So that was kind of a waste, but it seemed the best they could do. The reason they wanted it is if they got their metal working up high enough, they could get 2 improvements to their Elder. They could recharge 2 Elders. Instead, however, they can play this, which decreases another one of these. Yes, I know, it looks like everything's going in the opposite direction of what they want. And it kills off an Elder, and they'll kill off, oh geez, I don't know, a green one, dropping green's innovation track down. Now, they roll their chaos well, they can't fail. They get 3 growths, which they will take to put on the board, because they've got to try to get this higher. Yeah, they would have had a 1 in 6 chance of failing if they hadn't played the card they played, but they wanted to do that, and they're going to try to get the innovation up. They're going to try to put themselves in a position where they just cannot lose, no matter what, where they have the bidding power that nobody else has, so that if cards come out, they can take the extra points. It just seems like this kind of brute force is the only real way to chance things. Well, given blue's advantage, green stole a card from red. That didn't do much for them. Their chaos roll failed. Now they're going to test out some of the new actions here. They have 5 different population actions. So for 2 of them, they're going to offer, they have an energy bonus on both red and white. They're going to offer to each of them, and they can take this many, the option to up their energy in exchange for Elders, and they're both going to take it. This is sort of an equalizer effect here. So that's 2 out of 5. I've still got 3 actions left. I'm not quite sure what to do with those. I could make similar trades with black, but that's not terribly important to me unless they were willing to give the weapon option. Black's not willing to give that. That's been too valuable so far. So, I think I don't know what to do. Yeah, I think I'm going to just try to hold off and try to get that innovation track up to a level where I can do more card plays. Everybody's looking at, okay, fine, let's just try to end this somehow. Black entered a golden age and promptly got themselves back into chaos. Now here's the thing, they could drive it to the end of the game, but then blue will win. So they don't want to do that. So they're taking the penalty, and that means they're going to get population back here. They can keep doing this and then try to build into a working engine here to try to get a chance of winning. Red also entered a golden age, which gave them Christianity back, and that helped them. They can't possibly, with the pharaoh of the church, they can't possibly revolt, so they did 2 acculturation events to steal Elders from green. Again, this kind of struggling to try and get into this good position where they're not going to just fail, where they have a chance of converting that golden age into the dark age that'll win them the game. So blue picks up the Doomed Barbarian card. takes paterfamilies and divorce to up his innovation. Necessary? Maybe, maybe not. He wouldn't be getting a roll till next turn no matter what anyway. He loses an elder to slavery who went back, I think, on the white track. He's got other people's elders, so that's kind of cool for him. He couldn't play this one. He would have loved to, because that gives him 2 elders, something he doesn't really need. But here's the other thing. He gets to target, and he's going to target black and force black to throw a card away. Black has to either throw their information card or one of these. They're going to throw their 2-star that they don't need away. But these become removed from the game. Both the barbarian and the card the barbarians destroy go away. And no stability, lost chance. Now he goes to population actions, and he's going to try to put as many people on the board as he can to have a chance of ending this thing. Green piddled around a little bit, but made a cut-through deal with blue, saying, look, I'm going to attack you. It'll hurt both of us. We'd both end up with an innovation loss. They were both at 2. Blue cut that deal and allowed green to position themselves with a plant. They actually took a different plant. I don't remember which one. I think this. No, they had that already. Didn't they? I'm not sure. But they took another plant growth, and it didn't work out well for them. So they got nothing out of it. So then black went, and black has the metallurgy advantage still, and they killed 2 blue units. They're just trying to bring blue down in value. But among other things, it drops blue's innovation, making it harder for blue to try to push things into a victory. Now, blue still has no chance of going into chaos because they've got 5 pluses to their 1, which is painful. But they need these points because these are part of their victory conditions. Black's in a golden age now, which means their card can't be stolen. The green card could be stolen by anyone who wants it. Could that be valuable to someone? Might be worth more than what red's got. Definitely is worth more than what white's got, so they will probably consider stealing that. Gives them swords, that gives them some victory points. I don't remember what red did. They're positioning themselves for plants. But beyond that, they stole a card from green, one of their hand cards. Didn't turn out terribly useful, but they figure they can use it. Next turn, not this turn. White did that promised revolution. Poor green's getting picked on here. They lost their card, and now white picked one up that they're able to do something with. Unfortunately, white also went into chaos. Bang! So now they can lose the card back, which is probably something green wants to do if they can. However, they probably also want to go into a golden age if they can. Are they close? They have the energy requirement. They do not have the footprint requirement. The other one is energy and weaponry. So it's not really helpful to them in either direction, to green to grab it right now, because white can just grab it back each turn. Got to take care of the demolishing of white, though. They're going to lose a unit. And right now, white wants, well, they have their energy requirement. They don't have the weaponry requirement. They had the footprint requirement, but they got knocked back. So they'd like to get tin, but they're nowhere near it. They're not sure how they're going to get their weaponry back up. They'll take this as a loss. It goes there. Alright, well, that's another turn down. Ah, geez. Well, no big shock. I've been cheating some more. You don't add these. You take the best one. He's only at -3. He's got a chance to get over. Frankly, blue could have, should have, would have won at many points in this game. Well, the die all luck, they wouldn't have made it this turn. I'm calling it here. This is ridiculous. I've still made enough errors. I don't know why I treated this particular one different from everything else, maybe just to bone myself some more. It's a tough game for me to comprehend, in part because of the pictorial little hieroglyphics to try to indicate everything. I had that same problem with both other recent Sierra Madre games, High Frontier and Megafauna. That's just something in the way my brain works, and it has a real hard time dealing with images to represent things. I understand, try to make things language neutral and everything so that you can understand what's going on there, but this poor little autist is unable to understand pictures very well. Anyway, I'm going to send this up. And I'll come back with something of a review, although I can't really give a fair review of the game, as is obvious. But I've put a lot of videos into it, so I figure some words on my experience are due, as well as I do think that I get a feel for the type of game it is. It's just, it's not as painfully unable to be won as I thought it was. Part of the reason that I was led towards that was the optional rule that makes it possible for you to go out without losing, half your board presence or whatever. But yeah, it's pretty clear that blue had several turns where they would have had a good chance of rolling that chaos, where the strategies, etc., would have changed. And I just don't think there's anything I can learn digging around deeper in decks 2 and 3, trying to figure out some way to bone them. They're pretty much destined at this point. Although other people are making some interesting headway. This guy's got decent cards that if it were possible to do a revolution on blue, he'd be in good shape comparatively, and blue would be in much worse shape. But blue has a set of cards that works very well with what he found, or a set of victory conditions that work very well with the cards that he's found in the game. And I don't know why he has so many face-up. He shouldn't have this many face-up anyway. I probably cheated when I went into a golden age and flipped them all over or something. I don't know. I think he did have 2 that were flipped up, though. I'm not sure why this... Maybe he bought another one afterwards. I have no idea. Alright, up this goes, and then the review comes for whatever that's worth.